Welcome to Jovie's home. Today, I wanted to tell you a little bit about where I've been and what I've been going through, and share with you a really personal experience that I've had in my mental health journey in the hopes that it will help you also. Recently, I went on a mental health journey and I went on a magic truffle retreat. And I'd like to tell you guys about that experience, what it was like for me. If that sounds good to you, then why don't you come on in, kick off your shoes, and stay a while? I'm really glad you're here. Some of you have been messaging me recently on my socials and saying, hey, we miss you, we miss your videos, where are you? And the truth is, I have not been making videos because I've been going through a lot in my personal life, and I haven't felt like I've been able to talk about it online because it involves other people and because of privacy reasons. And because I'm not able to talk about those things, I feel like I haven't been able to be my authentic self. And that's really important to me, that when I come to you and I talk to you here, that you know that it's really me, that it's authentic, and that I'm true and I'm not faking anything. And I haven't felt like I've been able to do that until now. We are going to be talking about mental health, and we're also going to be talking about magic truffles, which is something that is definitely legal in the Netherlands where I live. But mental health is a personal journey for everyone, and I'm not a doctor. So I'm just here to share my experience. So in March of this year, I turned 40, but I have really felt like I lost myself in motherhood since becoming a mom. I was a whole person before I had kids, and then I had two amazing, wonderful kids, and my entire life became devoted to them. And I feel like I lost all of my everything. I feel like I lost who I was before having them to only become mom. And now my kids are older, they're both in school, they're 5 and 8, and I'm struggling to find who I am after just being mom. Most recently, in March, right after my birthday, 2 days after I turned 40, I went on a magic truffle retreat with a company called Men's Weekend. I will link it, of course, below so you can check it out for yourself. This 1 day retreat, which does use magic mushrooms to help you go on an inner journey for yourself, was immensely transformational for me. It was incredibly profound, and it helped me learn some things and connect with parts of myself that I didn't know that needed connecting with. So I want to tell you a little bit about that. And also I want to tell you that they're having another retreat in May, in early May. I will, as I said, I'll link it down below. I will be at that retreat. I'm going on the 6th and 7th of May. So if you're interested in joining me, you can. But this, I am still a work in progress. I am very, very much a work in progress. Let's get to what the journey was like. The retreat is run with a very small group of people, like I think 12 people, and the group is there, and you get to meet everyone who's there. You kind of discuss what your wishes are, what your goals are. You set your intentions. There's some meditation and some breath work involved, and at one point then, after those things, which are also really powerful, and I had unexpected reaction to just breathing in this way. Like, I really connected with my emotions in a way that I hadn't previously. But after that, you take the magic truffles. It's not like you're there and you're just like watching things like, the walls melting or something. No, you are laying down on a yoga mat, and you are your eyes are covered, and so your journey is very much inner. You go within yourself. While I had wanted my journey to be forward focused, so like, who am I now as a person? What do I want out of life? What makes me happy? What doesn't? What do I want to spend my time on? What do I want to focus on? That was kind of what I wanted out of this retreat. But actually, it turned out a little bit different. I ended up going back in time, and I went back in time to the moment when I was 8 years old, just before my dad died. This is weird to talk about. Like, I found my 8-year-old me in the apartment that I lived with my parents the last time that the three of us were together when my dad was alive. And I realized how much unresolved childhood trauma I had from being forced to grow up at such a young age. But it has been so many years since then, and I couldn't imagine that that was still affecting me in the way that it is. The time that I spent in that apartment with the child version of me was incredibly healing. I remember spending time with both of my parents, just hugging each other and feeling complete and safe. And like I didn't have to be in control all the time. I didn't have to be in charge of everything all the time. I didn't have to make all the decisions. I could be a kid. And I guess I didn't realize that that was something that I stopped feeling when my dad died, and that I really kind of became an adult when I was 8, and how much that affects me to this day. That there was this part of me that had been so neglected and so shut away, and maybe I didn't want to acknowledge it, or my consciously or subconsciously, and yet it was still really painful, and it was affecting everything, including my own relationship with my kids. So finding that within myself during my magic truffle journey, I was able to recognize how important it is to honor that part of myself, or to try to heal that part of myself, or just to know that it's there and that it exists. During that journey, I also saw my children. And of course, I know that my children are a part of me, right? Like, I know they came from my body. I made them, like, they're mine. But through this journey, I felt so much more profoundly connected to them, more than ever before. I saw them as an extension of not only myself as an adult, but also that child, the 8-year-old, and that maybe some of the pain that I feel, I'm able to, through my children, heal within myself. So, for example, when I play with my kids, like when I play board games or whatever, when I'm being silly, I try to honor the 8-year-old me, or try to do it as a version of the 8-year-old me who maybe didn't get to play or to be a kid anymore. And so by being that version of myself with my own children who are an extension of me, I can strengthen my relationship with them and also heal my own self. I want to share this with you because I know that I'm not alone in feeling lost. It was so incredibly powerful to find the answers within myself. When I came home, my kids looked at me and they said, "Mama, you look different. You looked, something's different about you. Something's changed." That's how profound and transformational this weekend was for me. It's only been a few weeks, and yet my relationship with my kids has become so much stronger because I'm so much more intentional about what we do, or what I do with them. Nielsen Menno run this program in such a beautiful, healing way. I don't want to say or make it sound like I just did this one thing one time and now all my problems are solved. That is absolutely not the case. But it did give me one answer to one question. And that one answer to one question has already been so incredibly helpful. And if this is something that you've thought about doing, or maybe you've just been struggling with something and you don't know what to go, or you don't know what to do, and you want to try it, and you live in the Netherlands and you want to come with me, come join me, you know? And if not, maybe do it another weekend with Nielsen Menno. But it's really, it was really healing. And I feel so much more connected within myself. I feel so much more at peace and more connected with my children. So that's where I've been. I've been going through hard times and not wanting to put out negativity on the internet or not wanting to burden you with like my bad stuff. So I've just been quiet, but I had to share this because this was really so profound and so transformational. And I hope that it will help you. I feel like I'm on the path to becoming a better person, a person more connected within myself, a mother that's more connected with her children. And that feels good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I really, really appreciate it. So, thanks for coming over, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.